Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this quick tutorial I'm going to show you how I made this cool splash water effect very fast and very easy using a material you can get at your local home improvement store. Here it is. It's called DAP 3.0. Many of you might know it by clear silicone caulking. It is a shrink and crack proof and it has a lifetime warranty, resilient to different temperatures. Make sure it's crystal clear. And for any of you who've never used this, when you do get it, you want to cut it at an angle and puncture the seal that it has underneath in order for the material to come out. In order to use this material properly, you're going to need 99.9 isopropyl alcohol only. Here's a little test piece I've made out of clear plastic, and I shaped it into a wave to build up on. Using a caulking gun, squeeze out some of this stuff into a small container. Release the trigger on the caulking gun to prevent oozing and waste of this material. With a piece of aluminum foil or any type of wrap you like, cover the tip to prevent air from going in and drying this up before you put it to the side. Here I have some of that 99.9% alcohol in a smaller bottle, and I'm just spraying in the cup to smooth down the caulking so that it could be easier to mix. Mix it well before you apply any tints. If you notice any clumps while you're mixing, just add a little bit more alcohol and you should be good to go. For tinting, I'm using Woodland Scenics Turquoise water tints, but any oil or acrylic paint you use works fine. I add 2 drops, mix it well. Begin applying, and don't worry about shaping waves or how the water is going to look like. Just focus on making sure you get full coverage of the entire piece that you're working on. The bottle says you have a 30-minute working time before it's fully dried, but I noticed while I was applying, it started hardening and getting sticky in 15 to 20 minutes, so keep that in mind if you're working on a larger piece. I would suggest if you're working on a large piece, let's say you're making a beach or something like that, work on a small section at a time, maybe a quarter of the piece at a time, to prevent this material from going to waste and drying up on you if you have poured out a bunch in a container. To help you shape and smooth down some of those effects, dip your brush in some of that alcohol and work into it as you wish. I want to create some of that foamy effect using a little bit of caulking, and what I like to use is this material called Snowtex. It's very grainy, it has like these micro balloons in there, and around Christmas or around this time of year you can get them at your local hobby store. I mixed the caulking with some of that alcohol and thoroughly mix the Snowtex in there. Mixing the Snowtex with this caulking shortens the working time you get as opposed to just using it by itself, so keep that in mind. As long as you're dipping your brush in that alcohol and using that as a catalyst to help you blend that foamy water into the existing material that you already built up, you should be okay. It works as an extension of time for you to be able to work on it before it starts drying up on you while you're applying it. As a final touch, I go over the piece with some of that Snowtex straight out of the bottle without mixing it, and this helps create more texture and it gives it that matte-like finish that real water has when it creates those foams. Here's a bonus tip. A few years ago, I made this piece as a test to see how I can make stormy waters or aggressive waves, and all I did was just heat plastic and bend them into shape, and at the time I used Woodland Scenic's water ripples and waves. But combining this technique with the heated plastic and this caulking material that I just showed you guys, the possibilities are endless. So I hope you give it a try and see how you like it. I hope you guys found this video helpful and enjoyed it as much as I did. Until next episode, thanks for watching.